This is my 12 ounces of water. This is water I drink during the day. There's a difference. My 12 ounces of water, guys, this is what I do. That's how I get the 96 ounces of water in me. 8 times a day, I drink 12 ounces of water. It's an important part of the diet. My mom has changed very little bit about her food. Her water consumption, she has changed drastically. She is on a schedule where she's doing the same thing, except for she's doing it 12 times a day, 8 ounces. Out here in Arizona's sun, the desert heat, you drink water all day long. That's to stay hydrated. This is hydration with a purpose. It's to get water into your body so that it reacts and then the kidneys clean and do whatever it does in there. But I've been struggling with getting on YouTube. Lori's not here this week. I've been a little depressed. I'll be honest. It's been a little tough, but I'm also trying to get a lot of stuff done around the RV. As you can see over my shoulder on the counter, there's a big mess. I started in the front, and I'm just working my way through, and I am decluttering as much as I possibly can. I'm going through and I'm cleaning up, so it's been tough for me to get here. I am going to try and be here more. I am ordering an iPad today so that I can set the camera up over by the stove and the mic up over by the stove, and I can actually cook. And let you guys watch me prep my foods and stuff like that, and I can talk about the foods more. Last night, I started adding in my grocery store items. I just didn't feel like making a brownie, so I grabbed a fruit snack. It was 80 calories, so I had a tablespoon of no, I didn't. I just had that. That's all I had. I probably should have had a little more, but I didn't. This morning I had Cheerios. I had my yogurt yesterday. I tried that yogurt. It was out that strawberry cheesecake, 100-calorie Yoplait Greek yogurt was out of this world, man. It was delicious, filling. I had that in a glass of water. I've been sipping my water all day. 2 cups of coffee. I'm looking at the comments and nobody's asked me, how much weight has my fat ass lost? That's the question, ain't it? Did I lose any? I've been at this 14, 15, 16, 17 days. 17 days. I'm down 15 pounds. I'm down a total of 15 pounds. I weighed myself this morning only because I felt that I had gotten so far off track yesterday with my water. I took a couple naps yesterday, so I just felt like I was off with my water. I wanted to make sure the weight was still going down, and it is. At the beginning of the week, after 2 full weeks, I was down 12 and a half pounds, so I'm down another 2.5 pounds. I am happy with another 2.5 pounds, guys. I'll be happy if I can if I can hit 16 pounds at the end of the week. 17 pounds would be nice. But I've really started to incorporate my grocery store foods. As you can see the Cheerios back there. I have a beef stew that's 230 calories for my energy snack. I am going to eat half of that because I want to be about 100 to 115 calories. So I'm going to divide that in half, put half in the refrigerator for tomorrow. If you follow, thank you. Thank you very much. It's, let's see the weigh-in. I didn't like bring the scale out, and I live in an RV. I'm not. I'm really not. I feel great. Buying spaces, says John Honey. This is Myra Elaine. I hope you are not starving yourself. I'm really not. I feel great. I haven't felt this good on any diet before. Um, I know I say it's 1,200 calories. I don't measure everything with scales and all that. Their food was measured for me. Um, but there's things that I count as free food. I am in Arizona desert, guys. It is extremely hot here. An average temperature here right now is around 110 degrees. So I added sugar-free ice pops. They're 10 calories a piece. I usually take about 3 of those a day. If I'm outside and the sun's beating down on me, I come in and I have an ice pop. Um, I have to take that into consideration. I don't count the calories in my coffee in the morning. I don't count everything. It's just a matter of 5 times a day, I take in 100 calories, 100 to 115 calories. And once a day at dinner time, I have a keto style dinner. Um, Between here and Facebook, I've shown some of them. Um, that reverse seared steak I had the other night was out of this world. JL says, watch the sodium in the store-bought food. It can stimulate appetite. Yeah, I'm being very careful. Guys, listen, this 1,200 calorie thing is only going to go on for the rest of June. In July, I'm switching to 1,600 calories. I don't want to starve myself. And as I get further into this, I understand the food a little bit more. Like JL's talking about the sodium in the food, and Buying Spaces is asking me about, am I starving myself? I'm really learning how to eat better. I'm really learning how to eat better. And I feel awesome. If I didn't feel awesome, I definitely would be looking at something different. Buying Spaces again, that's Myra Elaine said, Weight Watchers for men usually run between 2,000 to 2,500 calories. I will eventually, listen, I got a lot of weight to lose. I need to lose, I am morbidly obese. It may not look it on camera because my weight is from here to my waist, even though I don't have a waist because my belly is so big it hangs over my waist. My legs, my arms, my face, I really don't need to lose any weight in those areas. It's all in my gut. I am gut heavy, and I am morbidly obese. I'm down 15 pounds and I'm still morbidly obese. I still have over 100 pounds to go to be at what the government says is a healthy weight for my height, age, and weight. Height, age, and size. I don't think I'm going to get down to that. My target is to be under 200. I am 260 something. I didn't even write it down, guys. The weight is not that important to me. It's how I feel. I feel amazing. I don't like how much sugar I'm taking in. So I am going to work on that. I am going to lower the number of carbs that I take in. I'd rather have more protein in my diet, more vegetables, and more natural sugars like oranges and lemons and fruit and things like that over processed food. The initial 1,200 calorie program I was on was Optavia. It was great for me because it was 100 calories a pack. And I was dedicated. I cheated. Listen, I cheated one time in 17 days, guys. I cheated one time. I had one slice of American cheese because they said to eat my meal anytime during the day and I'd be fine. I ate it for breakfast and I was not fine. By dinner time, I was hungry. I am a nighttime eater. I needed my calories, my big meal at nighttime to keep me full. Um, so it's I'm really getting into this. I really enjoy it. Learning how to I believe this was Mike. Mike said, learning how to discipline yourself is great. Keep being tough. Your keep being tough. Your strength is going to take you through. Absolutely. I am very dedicated to this. I've cheated with one slice of cheese in 17 days, and that's because I was just so hungry. It was enough in that slice of cheese to carry me through. And that was between dinner and my bedtime brownie, which, if you've been watching me, you know I have a brownie every night, 100-calorie brownie every night for dinner. Last night I had fruit snacks. Um, but I'm going to, things like low sugar oatmeal, I'm adding. I want to add, I have to be careful of sodium, especially with my wife. My wife has to watch her sodium. So by adding her, when she gets back, she wants to be on this with me. So by adding her into the mix, I'm really going to have to watch my sodium. So you're going to see more salads with an ounce of steak, so that we don't, because it's the right amount of calories for an energy snack. You may see us with boiled egg. Hard-boiled egg is 78 calories, so we may have that and something that we can eat that's like 20 or 30 calories. Um, it's really about staying focused, staying dedicated. This hasn't been easy. Honestly, the food part and the hunger part has been very easy. This freaking water cup, 8 times a day, 12 ounces. This is a 16-ounce cup, and I fill it up to this line here. It's right about 12. Um, Getting that in 8 times a day has been the hardest part for me. On top of that, I drink about a bottle and a half of water a day, just sipping it. So it's been tough. That part of it has been tough on me, but it has made major improvements to where I'm at. Um, Myra says, good to hear we have carb counted and ignored calories. The problem is when I did that, I really didn't lose a whole lot of weight. I plateaued real quick when I carb counted and ignored calories. And then when I did try carbs, I couldn't control it. Where here, I feel very able to control what I take in a day. Um, Mike says it's important for your mindset. Positive action will keep you focused on your goals. Absolutely. Now, the one thing I have to tell you is, with 1,200 calories a day, you must restrict your exercise, especially if you're as big as I am. I walk every day until I had an ankle injury. The other day, I did 14,000 steps in a day, only because excuse me for a second. Oh. I was out running around, and bring the tissues over in case I need one. I was out running around, and I just got I just was determined to get my grill and be done, and I got a lot of steps in that day. I felt lightheaded a couple of times, and it was because I didn't have enough carbs in my body to fuel my activities, which is something you have to be very, very careful of. I walk once around the park. My wife does 5 miles every day, which is, I think she said 6 times around the park. So I walk once around the park. I drive down to the pool to go swimming, and I don't swim. I make sure that I don't swim because it's a strenuous activity, and I can't afford to burn up the extra calories because I'm on a very restrictive calorie intake. So you do have to be careful. I suggest if you think about doing a restricted calorie diet, whether it's 1,200, 1,600, or 2,000, calories, you read up on what it does to your body. That's the one thing I like about this time around, is that I'm actually watching how it affects my body. Um, I know when I don't get enough water in. I feel hungry. I feel hungry when it's water time. My body's used to eating 6 times a day now, and it's used to drinking the water 8 times a day. If I miss a water, I don't feel thirsty. I feel hungry. And what I find myself doing is um, I look at the clock and I see that I missed the water. I drink the water and I feel perfect. I feel very happy. Um, Hypoglycemia. Yes, you can. It has to do with your sugars. I'm not a real scientist on this diet stuff, guys. I'm just telling you what's working for me. This is the first time I've gone 17 days. I really haven't thought about cheating. I did cheat the one time. I don't hide that. I want you to know that I did cheat one time, and that's because you have to decide when you need to eat. For example, my mom can't eat a big meal at dinner. She just can't do it. She's never been able to do it. She's always been a very small. She eats a full plate to her is half a salad plate at dinner time. Her big meal she needs at lunch. If she doesn't eat a big meal at lunch, if she doesn't eat that 400 or 500 calorie keto style meal at lunch, she finds herself wanting to cheat the rest of the day, even when she takes the calories in at dinner time. So she has to eat her meal at lunchtime, which is fine. You have to find what works for you. If it was simple as if everybody did this, it would work for everybody, you wouldn't have all the gurus out there preaching diets. So I am adding in my grocery store items. I did buy more yogurt. I love that yogurt. It was delicious. It was Yoplait Greek 100 calorie whips. It was the strawberry cheesecake version. It was exactly 100 calories. And I got to eat the whole container. I do add ice pops because I am in the Arizona desert sun, and I do go outside quite a bit. So that sun gets to me and I come in, and to cool my body temperature down, I eat a sugar-free ice pop. They're 10 calories. I don't count that in my calorie restriction for the day. But guys, that's what I do. I take in 500 calorie meals a day and one 400 to 500, maybe 600 calorie meal at dinner time. And I try to keep that very keto. Steak and broccoli, chicken and green beans, shrimp, and I have steak tonight. I'm probably going to have steak and a little bit of shrimp with some green beans. If you see me add a sauce, it is sugar-free. I want to show you how I'm cooking this stuff. I want to show you how I break this stuff up. For lunch today, I'm having this chunky soup. No, there's no intermittent fasting frontier flipper. I am on a straight 1,200 calorie diet. 1,200 calories a day. 5 times a day, I take in 100 calories. One time a day, I take in somewhere between 400 and 600 calories for dinner, which doesn't, if you add it all up, it really doesn't come to 1,200 calories, but I drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I eat my ice pops. Anything that I add to my meal, such as sauces and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't drink soda. This is she's saying that her brother had gastric bypass and he doesn't drink anything with his meals. If he drinks a soda, he waits an hour to eat. This is carbonated, and what I do is I open a bottle up, I dump half of it into an empty bottle, and then I fill the rest up with tap water. Uh, I That carbonation kills me. This is my lunch: chunky sirloin burger with country vegetables. It is. It has a lot of sodium. I knew it did, but I bought it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to have half today and half tomorrow. It says it's the 30. It has 1,300 milligrams of sodium. I'll have 650 of that because I'm taking in half, which is about 30% of my daily allowance. But the other stuff I have doesn't really have a lot of sodium in it. Cheerios doesn't have a lot of sodium, things like that. I am still eating some of the bars. I probably can't see up in the cabinet there. I have a lot of their bars left. So I still add in bars. My snack this afternoon will be a bar. I will use up all the bars that they gave me. But guys, that's it. That's really what I'm doing. It's 100 to 115 calories 5 times a day. Will you start weighing your food to calculate calories? Mike, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be that strict about it. Buying Spaces was saying, on Weight Watchers, on a full size man like I am, their calories are usually 2,000 to 2,500. If I stay under 1,600 calories a day, because I didn't get exactly half of this because I didn't weigh it, I'll be okay. Just so you know, Mike, the reason that I'm not weighing my food is the last thing I need in the RV is one more piece of anything. Space is a real issue here. That's why most of that stuff is on the counter. I don't have cabinet space for it. It's just how it is. It's just tough finding cabinet space, and but I'm sticking with the 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, and 9 eating. Nighttime, I like a brownie or a baked good. You see me reaching for water. I really have started grabbing for water on a regular basis. Hydration is very important out here in this desert sun. You really have to stay hydrated. So that's it, guys. What is the name of the company, the bars? It was it used to be MetaFast. They've reorganized their company and they came out with a new name. It's the same thing as the MetaFast program. Hi, Laura. How are you? Thank you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey said he's proud of me. I am down a total of 15 pounds in 17 days. I am sticking with it. I'll probably be jumping on here more because I got quite a bit of what I wanted to get done before Lori gets home done. I really didn't want to talk about that diet program anymore. It's not fair to them. I do not want to beat up their program because it does work for people that need to be regimented. I'm so dedicated to this time. I really don't need them to count my calories. And the cost was quite a bit. My mother couldn't afford it. It was close to $500 a month for the meal plan to have enough meals to last me 35 days. It was $478 it came out to. It was expensive. I can get 20 brownies for $2 by using Duncan Hines brownie mix. It's 2 tablespoons of mix and 1 tablespoon of water. I am going to be doing a lot of cooking in the very near future. You have to understand, like I cooked the steak the other night. It was 2 meals for me because Lori's not here. I made pizza and there was no way for me to record it. Trying to hold the camera and mix all the dough. So I need to get the whole kitchen cleaned up so that I can, and the iPad in, so that I can have the camera and the mic over there so you guys can see and hear me. But when I made the pizza dough out of cauliflower, there was enough for 3 pizzas. So, that was 3 meals because, again, Lori's not here. So, I used up what I cooked. So 2 cookings made 5 days worth of food. That makes it a little tough. She comes in on Sunday. Now that I'm off of their program, a lot of my food is not prepped. Arthur Leslie is saying, John, if you feel the need to cheat, try celery. Typically, you burn more calories just eating it than you get out of it. I really haven't felt the need to cheat. It was the one time, and it has to do with when I ate versus anything. If I would have stuck with what I said I was going to do, which was have a keto-style dinner every night, I'd have been fine. On that day too, it's because I ate breakfast. I had an omelet that day instead of waiting for my dinner meal. And I eat the most at night. My body needs the most calories after the day is done. That's one of the reasons I'm so big. Is I always tried on my diets to cut my calories at the meals. And then I cut dinner way back, and then I found myself grazing on a little bit of everything. I have popcorn, which I think is healthier than the brownies. I don't know. I'm going to try it for at night so that it's like grazing for me. It's better than chips and stuff like that. That's all I'm doing, guys. Listen, I am down 15 pounds. I feel great. I'm sleeping better. I sleep till 6 in the morning. I don't know if it's because of that or because I'm almost retired from my business. It's a combination of things, but I'm feeling great. So that's where I'm at, guys. I hope that you really take into consideration your health. I wish I would have done something about my health a long time ago. As an entrepreneur, one of the first things I put on the back burner is my health. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to get healthy and stay healthy. And that's the goal of this. Remember, God loves you. I'm sure as hell trying. Remember, get off your ass and do something. Just walk around the block if nothing else. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. God bless.